good morning to you, dear listeners. This is Carnival Radio newspaper review. I am Elizabeth Tessie Okemukuku. This morning, we bring you newspaper headlines from the Vanguard newspaper, the Daily Post newspaper, the Punch newspaper, and the Nation newspaper. We have headlines like Electoral Act Amendment, Senate not averse to criticism, will resolve issue today, says spokesman. Fuel price to drop nationwide as imported fuel prices undercut Dangote's refinery rate. Pharmacies seek inclusion in immunization services to expand coverage, and also intensify efforts to create more jobs for youth. Now we go into the news in details. The Senate yesterday has said it is not opposed to public criticism and peaceful protest over its handling of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill, assuring Nigerians that the controversy surrounding the removal of the phrase real-time from provision on election transmission of election results will be addressed at an emergency plenary sitting today. The chairman, Senate Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Senator Yemi Adaramodu, spoke as hundreds of protesters besieged the National Assembly complex in Abuja, demanding that lawmakers explicitly provide for mandatory real-time electronic transmission of results in the amended Electoral Act. According to him, the Senate will reconvene today to consider and approve the votes and proceedings of last Wednesday's plenary, during which controversial amendment was passed. This news was sourced from the Vanguard newspaper. Electoral Act Amendment, Senate not averse to criticism, will resolve issue today. Petroleum product marketers have hinted that fuel prices may drop nationwide in the coming days as the parity between imported petrol fell below the Dangote refinery granted price. The president of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Abubakar Magandi, discussed this in an exclusive interview with newsmen on Monday. His comment followed data from the Major Energies Marketers Association of Nigeria that shows that the coverage cost of imported petrol stood at 77 naira per litre, cheaper than Dangote's refinery granting price at 799 naira per litre. Meanwhile, Dangote Refinery in a statement last week had asked marketers to boycott coastal petrol, which it claimed is 75 naira more expensive. The development signals a fresh dilemma for petroleum marketers. While the debate around price parity persists, the retail fuel pump price stood at 839 naira and 905 naira per litre across filling stations in Abuja. This news was sourced from the Daily Post newspaper. Fuel prices to drop nationwide as imported petrol price undercuts Dangote's refinery rate. On to the next. The grassroots bridge builders have urged stakeholders to intensify support for skills acquisition as part of efforts to address youth unemployment and social vices in the country. Director General and Chief Executive of GBB, Ibrahim Ugochi, spoke at the opening of the NSARDA and GBB Skills Development Project at Women Development Center in Abuja. Igoche described youth empowerment as critical to national stability and sustainability development, noting skill acquisition initiatives have helped young people transition into productive ventures and reduce vulnerability to crime and drug abuse. He also urged youths to channel their energy into productive activities and contribute to national development. Ugochi also lauded the NSARDA and other partners for supporting the initiative. This news was sourced from the Nation newspaper. Intensify efforts to create jobs for youth. Meanwhile, from the Punch newspaper, pharmacists have said integrating pharmacists into routine immunization services could significantly reduce the burden of zero-dose children in the country, saying gaps in coverage continue to leave millions of children unprotected against preventable childhood killer diseases. They explained that the community pharmacists are often the most accessible healthcare professionals, especially in hard-to-reach community where primary health centers are outstretched or poorly utilized. According to them, involving pharmacies in strategic partner would help close access gap and improve immunization coverage among children who have never received a single dose. This news was sourced from the Punch newspaper. Pharmacists seek inclusion in immunization service to expand coverage. And that wraps up our newspaper review segment of Carnival Breakfast Show. Meanwhile, thank you very much for staying tuned and for staying informed with us at Carnival Radio. Also, you can continue staying informed by checking out our apps on iOS and Google Play Store, and also our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. It's been Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko telling you to have a very wonderful day.